everybody, it's Michelle. I'm sorry it's been a few days since I have posted, but the first 3 days post-surgery have been pretty challenging. Day one after the night of surgery, I did really well, but I still had the anesthesia and the lidocaine underneath my skin, so I was feeling great, thought everything was going to be fine. And when I woke up in the night, and again the next morning on day one after surgery, I literally thought I was going to die. I usually have a pretty high tolerance for pain, pretty high pain threshold, but the day after I could barely get sips of water in, and when I did sip protein, I was throwing up. It didn't have anything sugar or anything like that that would make me dump. It was just that my stomach wasn't handling anything that I put into it that first day, and I slept probably about 15 to 18 hours that first day. So pretty much got no protein in, did stay hydrated pretty well after the vomiting stopped. The Zofran helped a lot. I still had the patch behind my ear from surgery, so I think I would have been in a lot worse shape had I not had the patch and had I not been taking my Zofran as I was supposed to. So be gentle with yourself the day after surgery, because I've told myself throughout this journey that I'm not going to guilt myself if I don't hit everything that I'm supposed to hit exactly at the time that I'm supposed to hit it. So day one was a complete and utter fail for me, and I was in so much pain and just felt terrible that I got within about 30 minutes of going to the emergency room. I ended up finally falling asleep and getting some rest. My sweet daughter was here, and she checked on me throughout the night to make sure I was okay, and let me know that she was leaving for school the next morning. And that next morning, yesterday, I felt a lot better. So I was able to get some protein in yesterday, not a lot, and almost all of it came from protein water and just sipping, because my stomach's just not ready to handle any type of real food. Today I have gotten more protein in. I started my morning, I created a little protein milk latte or cappuccino this morning, and put the protein milk on top of the cappuccino on my coffee, and I drank that. So I got about 15 grams of protein in without having to struggle with that this morning. I have had protein water today. I have been drinking my liquids with electrolytes, just trying to balance everything out, and I'm gonna sip some soup in a little bit. I did go on Amazon and I found some really high protein bariatric soups and very high protein bariatric water mixes to take on with me tonight. I have to fly to Arizona tonight. I think I mentioned that previously, but I do think I'm in good enough health to fly. I know that they've got me on an assistance list with American Airlines, so if I do get there and I don't think I'm able to walk to the gate, depending on how far it is, then they're going to assist me with a wheelchair, and I'm going to take that assistance, because while I know I need to walk, and that's really important for avoiding blood clots, I do know that I am in a weakened state right now. I don't have a lot of protein in my body, and my energy is running low just walking from the restroom to the living room. So I'm not going to take any chances passing out in the airport. And then my son's girlfriend's gonna pick me up in Arizona, so everything should be fine there. I'm gonna have my Uber driver tonight help with my luggage and check it at the curbside so that I don't have to lift anything. And then I'll have Zoe help me with my luggage when I get to Arizona. And then after that, when I come back in a week, then my son will be able to help me get everything loaded up, and so that I'm still not lifting a bunch. I'm not driving. Obviously, you're not supposed to drive for an extended period of time while you're on, shortly after anesthesia and then on pain medication. You absolutely should not drive. So I'll be having to watch the pain medication that I take. I'm taking my regular medication that I take for my back, and it's helping. But I've lived with chronic pain my whole life almost, so it feels like it's helping. I could get more relief from a different prescription, I'm sure, but I think right now I'm okay. I'm okay with feeling some of this pain and knowing that I'm healing. I've dropped 6 pounds since surgery day. I don't know how that's possible, other than probably just not eating and not getting a whole lot of protein in. I'm not losing my hair or anything yet, so hopefully I'll be able to bump that protein up to where I don't get to that point. I had a really crappy experience happen today when I went in for surgery to Plano Surgery Center and paid for everything, paid for the surgery facility. I paid for the anesthesia at the same time. And the anesthesia's office, which is Lone Star Anesthesia, and if you could avoid them at all costs, please do. This woman called me today and told me that I was refusing to return their calls. They called me yesterday and the day of my surgery, first of all. I was refusing to return their calls and that I was trying to skip out on my anesthesia bill for my plastic surgery. One, you guys know I'm a nurse. You don't know what my job is, and I'm not going to share that on here, but it's something that could get someone like her in a lot of trouble. So I did call them back, and now I'm going to have to make a lump sum payment to the anesthesiologist because they don't take care credit, and nobody bothered to tell me that. So this morning has been pretty challenging, and I've been biting heads off left and right because I am so tired of throughout this process being self-pay and having people tell me, oh yes, it's fine to use this, oh yes, it's fine to use that, and then come to find out it's not. So this has not been a very fun experience. It's not my surgeon's fault. It's just the lack of coordination and the cancellation of my surgery last minute by Craig Ranch and McKinney. If I could tell you one thing, be very careful about what you fill out on your history statement when they ask you to complete that, because they used that against me and canceled my surgery the Friday before a holiday when my surgery was supposed to be the day after the holiday. So just be really careful about what you share with them and your concerns, because they can use it against you. Plano Surgery Center took me on. There were no complications with the surgery other than I had so much scar tissue in my abdomen. I have had multiple abdominal surgeries, bowel resections. I've had a lot of issues with my abdomen, and there's so much scar tissue in my abdomen they couldn't go through as low as they normally would. So my incisions are like way up here and over here so that they could get to the stomach a different way instead of trying to get through all the adhesions that I had from my scar tissue. So I'm in a little more pain, I think, than some others might be because of the way that they had to dig through that and then pull the instruments out and restart over in a different spot. So it is painful, you guys, and it is not an easy recovery. Being on day 3, I can only hope that I continue to get better each day, but I can tell you I am exhausted, and I don't have a lot of energy. I took my B12 inhaler, my weekly B12 today, hoping that it will help me increase my energy. But the only thing that's really going to help me do that is getting in the protein and the nutrients that I need after this surgery, and I'm taking it slow and trying to not beat myself up over that at all. Hospital bag, I did a video about my hospital bag, and I'll let you guys know I used maybe 2 things out of that whole bag the whole time I was there. So if you're going and you're going to be staying overnight in the hospital, the things that I had plus pajamas would be good for you. In my case, my surgery was at 7:30 in the morning and I was discharged 12 hours later. So I really didn't even have a chance to use my chapstick, but maybe once while I was in there. I don't even remember if I did or not. I was so out of it with Dilaudid that I don't even know if I used it, but I know that I didn't wash my face. I didn't use any of the moisturizer or the mask or anything. I was just trying to get through the day. So just be mindful of what you pack in your hospital bag, especially if you're doing this at a outpatient surgery facility, because you will need half of what I said I was going to have. So some of the things that I wish I had done differently before the surgery and after the surgery: 1, not have packed as much as I did in my hospital bag because I didn't end up needing it. 2, being on a liquid protein diet makes you very, very constipated, and I chose not to drink any sort of a laxative. I took laxative pills a couple of days before and nothing moved. So here I am 4 days later, with my surgery being Tuesday and today being Friday, still completely stopped up, still not anywhere close to being able to go. Being able to pass gas finally happened yesterday, and I was so grateful for that. But I have not been to the restroom in about 6 days, and that's not good for someone that has bowel obstruction issues for me. So I'm continuing to try other things. I'm going to grab some milk of magnesia on my way out this afternoon and drink some of that. and hopefully things will get moving along in the next couple days. But I've had people tell me anywhere from 5 to 9 days after surgery it took them to be able to go to the bathroom. So I'm not looking forward to that. Causes a lot of bloat, causes a lot of extra gas that really should be out of my body by now. GasX has been my best friend throughout this. Make sure that you get GasX. And then I've been using my chapstick and stuff since the day of surgery because my lips are really dry from the anesthesia. But overall, it's been a pretty good experience. I've had some snafus here and there, but I don't regret anything that I've done so far. It's just very painful, and it's going to take me time to recover from this and to get myself feeling like I'm back to normal, and I'm not expecting that to happen overnight. I know that that's not going to happen overnight. So I'm just trying to be patient and be gentle with myself because this is a lifelong journey that I'm on, and I'm only about 2.5 weeks into this lifelong journey. So taking it easy on myself. So before the surgery, please don't go into the surgery constipated. Go to CVS. You can get liquid laxatives that work very quickly. Please make sure you do that about 3 days before surgery and get yourself cleaned out, because having this along with the gas and everything from the surgery has been absolutely miserable. I wish that I hadn't stocked up in bulk on some of the shakes that I've got now, and the unflavored whey protein. Now that I've been using it, I'm just not a fan. It gets very clumpy, and it's not supposed to get clumpy. I bought myself a little frother on Amazon, and I've been using that on very slow so I don't get bubbles, to try and whip the whey protein, the unflavored protein, into soups and stuff like that, and it's just not working. It's coming out in clumps, and my appetite is terrible to begin with, and I've got nausea. So to look at that and think that I'm actually going to eat that, no, impossible. So I wish I wouldn't have spent all the money on that. The protein water has been absolutely worth the spend, though. I've been able to just sip the protein water and know that I'm getting hydrated and getting protein at the same time. I don't like popsicles anymore, and I'm not a fan of Jell-O anymore. It almost makes me gag to try and eat them. So your taste buds do change, and your ability to tolerate different types of foods do change after this surgery. And my throat's still a little sore from the tube down my throat, so I still have a scratchy throat. But just don't stock up on things in bulk early. Use the opportunity to try some samples. Most all of these places will send you samples of their bariatric shakes, of their bariatric soups, bariatric drinks. Get the samples first, and get them for after surgery, so that you know what your taste buds are going to be able to acclimate to, and that way you won't have spent $50 a tub on protein powders or on things that you're not going to use. So that would be my advice as well. I'm not buying any clothes yet. This shirt right now is gigantic on me, but I'm wearing it on the plane tonight with my leggings, so I can wear compression stockings, and that can put my compression garment underneath this. I'm going to Arizona. It's going to be super hot. It's super hot in Texas, but I don't really care. I want to be comfortable, and I went ahead and paid a premium on a very front seat, right past first class, where I'll have a lot of leg room, and I could stretch my legs out and stand up or work my ankles, do whatever I need to do. I also got pumps sent to me at home, the ones that go on your legs, to make sure that I'm not getting blood clots. He did give me a Lovenox shot before surgery, which is helpful with clots. So you might ask them to give you a Lovenox shot, which helps with blood clots if you're prone to those. So he went ahead and did that. And then just like the little compression garments that you wear in the hospital that puff each leg, that's what I have here at home. And they're battery operated, so I'm taking those on the plane with me tonight. But overall, I'm doing okay. I'm looking forward to getting back to my normal self and feeling a little better. Traveling, I think, is probably going to add some pain on top of this, but I don't care. My son is my world, and I'm going to be there for him. So it may take me a little bit longer to recover. I'm blessed that I work from home, so when it is time to go back to work, I'll be working from here like I always have been. And it's low maintenance, low on my body as far as a requirement goes. So I should be fine to go back to work as scheduled on the 18th of September. So I took 2 weeks off for the surgery. I don't know of anything else I would have done any differently yet, but I know that there are going to be more things that can continue to come up. Subscribe below, turn your notifications on to continue to follow me. I'm just in kind of a funk today, and I don't know why. I just think my body's been through an awful lot over the last 3 days, and I have just got to give it an opportunity to rest over the next week and a half or so before I go back to work. But I will keep you guys posted. I promised about 3 videos a week. I've been doing more than that, but while I'm resting, I'm going to try and stick to the plan of, you know, every couple of days or every 3 days posting a video so you guys will know what's going on. I hope to look a lot better and feel a lot better than this in my next video. I should be able to do that from Arizona and get that posted for you. But if you guys have any questions, or you have things that you'd like me to talk about, or videos that you'd like me to do, please comment down in the comments section. I've been getting a lot of comments from a lot of you guys with questions, so I've been taking some hints from that. And then I'm a member of a couple of Facebook groups, Berrytastic Facebook group, and my surgeon's Facebook group, and I've gotten a lot of suggestions for different videos from there as well, talking about what I wish I'd done differently before and during surgery and after surgery was a suggestion that was given to me by someone on one of those pages, so I appreciate that, and I'll get that updated for you guys today. Just be sure you're not trying to lift too much and carry too much. I'm going to be super careful with my luggage tonight, and the Uber driver is going to get a good tip for helping me lift it in and out of the car. I'm just ready to start recovering even more and get better. If I wanted to do a video on day 1, there would have been no physical way that I would have been able to do it as bad as I felt. So just trying to be real with you guys. Don't expect to come out of the gate and feel great and that everything's going to be fine, because it hit me like a Mack truck and I'm still not 100% recovered. Really, guys, cats. Don't ever get cats. So I'll post again soon. Thanks again, guys. Subscribe, turn your notifications on, and we'll talk soon. See you later.